I'm pleased to bring in right now Professor Emeritus at Harvard Law School and the author of many books, including the bestseller, Get Trump, Alan Dershowitz. Professor Dershowitz, such a pleasure to have you. Let me ask you, these pardons before, they're even accused of it, is this even legal? I mean, has this even been tested through any type of, legal apparatus? How could Joe Biden do that?
The Constitution gives the president unlimited power to pardon. The courts will not interfere. When President Ford pardoned Nixon, he did it even though there were no allegations, no accusations. The pardon power is the only remnant of divine, kingly authority that was left after the American Revolution. And it was, debated and disputed, but the framers put it in the Constitution without any limitations. In some countries, in some states, for example, for there to be a pardon, not only must the governor agree, but others, the pardon board, sometimes the legislature.
Right.
But in the United States, absolute, the president can do essentially whatever he wants as long as he's not accepting bribes or doing anything illegal.
All right. Do you think we'll see them then? And even folks who said they don't want one may get one anyway. I mean, and is it all going to come down, January 20th in the morning, the 19th? We know he's getting a lot of flack for the number of pardons he's issued already, a historic number, and some of those have been controversial choices.
Sure. A pardon is like immunity. You can't accept it or reject it. You just get it. It's like a communicable disease. It's imposed on you. The Supreme Court of the United States, in an opinion by Justice Holmes, said turning down a pardon has no legal impact at all. So you can say you don't want it. That's fine in the court of public opinion. But you're going to get it whether you want it or not.
Fascinating. We'll watch that closely. What's your reaction to the news that ABC News, George Stephanopoulos, now settled this defamation lawsuit against Trump? There's a $15 million settlement, $1 million for legal fees, and an apology. Do you think this puts some of the big media on notice? Because this was clearly an error that was meant to most likely smear Donald Trump, because everybody knew that the jury had not checked off rape. This was civil. This wasn't even criminal.
Look, I have a lawsuit against CNN. They said that I had said during the president's first impeachment that a president can commit any crime and get away with it. I said exactly the opposite, and I'm in the process of suing them. And I hope the courts will understand that the media is not above the law. And sure, we have First Amendment rights, and they're very important, but the media just can't make up stories, as they did against Trump and as CNN did against me and as others have done. And so I think we're going to see a little bit of a change in attitudes toward the media, toward the First Amendment, and toward the decision in Sullivan back in 1964. I was actually a law clerk who worked on that decision when I was a kid, 25 years old, and I've certainly reconsidered the extent of how the media has abused their authority under the First Amendment to tell deliberate lies.
The drone story obviously continues to develop. Donald Trump made comments about it and said that the government knows. 2 people arrested in the Boston area for just flying a drone. Obviously, there's a lot we don't know. What would you like to see happen? And is there some type of legal leverage that can be used? Also, there's the whole legal question of if someone goes and takes this into their own hands, as some have said, and shot them down, that would be obviously something illegal. So there's a lot of interesting threads here. I think the most concerning one is, what are they, and what's the explanation that we're not hearing?
Well, transparency is the essence of democracy. We have to be told everything unless they're classified material. Look, there's so many possibilities. I think the most likely outcome is that these are American U.S. government drones, and they're designed to try to find things out. There was one speculation, maybe there's radiation in the ground, and the drones are designed to try to pick up radiation that no other technology can pick up. And the government doesn't want to scare people about radiation, so they're not saying anything about it. But you can't keep secrets forever in a democracy with an open press. So we'll find out about it, and the sooner the better.